All right, so the next part of this is it goes in and says, hey, what is the conditional distributions of superpower preference among students from UK and the US? When it's conditional, that means that you're looking at specific groups. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at each group in the UK. What do the percentages tell us in the UK? What do they tell us in the United States? So they're like separate groups. So you'll notice here in the answer as we break this down is they do a whole set where they just look at the UK students. So they have to figure out the total, which by the way is 200. There were 215 in the US that they spoke to. And then they went through and they go through and they go, okay, 54 selected flying. And then 52 out of the 200 selected freeze time, 30, 20, and 44 out of the 200. So you go through each one of those ones. Then for the US, they do the same thing, but now there's 215 total students in the US that took this survey. So then for fly, it's 45, freeze time 44, and you divide them by 215 to get each percentage. Then it asks us, let's make a graph that compares the conditional distributions. And what we've done, and you'll see it right here at the bottom, is again, it's the same setup as the previous one that we created, except now we'll have two bars next to one another. Why there's two next to each other is because we're comparing two groups. So that you can notice the difference marginal. There was just one bar for fly, one bar for freeze time. In this situation, there are two bars right next to each other, so you can actually compare them when you look at them on here. Then number three, and this is where the conditional gives you more of an idea of, are there differences between those in the UK and those in the US, the two groups that we're dealing with when we look at the graphs. So when you look at this, there is an association between the country of origin and superpower preference. Students that were in the UK were more likely to pick flying and freezing time, while if you were in the US, you were more likely to choose invisibility or telepathy. And then super strength is about equally unpopular in both countries. Hey, that's a quick wrap up of section 1.1, analyzing categorical data. I'm Mr. Boyle, and I'm out.